I'm so happy. And it's another testimony, guys, to my close relationship with God. He's my wonderful counselor. I can go to him in any aspect of my life. And I say, God, help me. No shame in my game. I go running to God. Let me tell you, I run to him, say, God, what is this? What is going on with me? And he's always there. Like yesterday morning, I opened up to my book of 366 old posts, and I just say, God, what do you have to say to me today? And I just opened up to one, and it's just about marriage advice, and the best marriage advice ever. And the number one thing was prayer and patience. I say, oh God, I wrote this book how many years ago, but I'm still trying to put my head around this lesson here of patience and prayer. And I just had a good time laughing with him about it, that he's teaching me this patience. And I was a message to my brother Kevin all in 2020. Neeks, you're going to have to be patient right now. Neeks, every time I call, you're going to have to be patient. And so I just had a little laugh with God yesterday morning reading that prayer and patience. And I'm like, okay, boss, you got it. And I'm not talking patience, what I don't think is things not going to work out. Like, I'm not being patient thinking worst case scenario. I'm being patient thinking best case scenario. I'm thinking like my best days are still out ahead of me. Like, God has great plans, greater plans for my life. Like, I haven't seen nothing yet. Like, that strong kind of patience, confident patience, I should say. So I had a good time with God. I just reading that yesterday morning, and then in the afternoon, I needed to hear from him again. I told you, no shame in my game. God, where do I go to hear from you? I need you right now. And I go to tumblr.com, which is a great website where I just put in the word God, or I put in faith. And I just say, God, speak to me. And there were so many posts coming up there. And then there was one that I really love. It said, talk less to people and talk more to God. And I said, God, this is exactly where I am in 2021. Learn to talk less to other people and more to you, and get your input on everything that's going on in my life, because your ways are far better than any ways of anybody else. You're an expert in everything. You know everything. So I took that as like my high five from God. But I took it a step further. I went to that person's feed and say, what else does this person have to say to me? Because that was such a good post. And guess what was there, guys? A post that says, prayer and patience, they go together. And again, that was another high five from God. Him revealing his invisible presence right there with me. Like, I know that morning I opened up that big book and I saw those words, prayer and patience, and me and him just had a good time laughing about it. And so for me to, like this one post from this person, to actually go to their feed and look and see what else they had to say, and to see those words in these big captions, prayer and patience, they go together. And that was just him saying, Nick, I'm with you. My presence is always with you. You're never alone for one moment. He knows every thought we think. He knows everything that we do. There's nothing about our lives that God doesn't know about. So that's why I want us running. Do you hear me? Running to God and getting his input on every and any situation that comes your way. Your girl is right now overwhelmed with work, but I'm so happy for it. Can you believe that? I'm happy for work because I see what God is doing with me with it. Like my daughter Ember called me out, say, Mom, you have a reputation for being very lazy, and you need to work on that because you're always procrastinating. And honestly, I'm so thrilled that my daughter can be so real with me and be so honest with me, because I needed that reality check. And so last night I had to call around 1 a.m. my time. I say, Boo, I'm up working. I'm changing my reputation. I'm not going to be the lazy, unfocused, undisciplined mama. No, I have to set a good example for you. And honestly, it's just God, because he knows what I'm capable of becoming. He knows what all of us are capable of becoming. But your girl here is a little on the lazy side. I don't like to work. And even with that, he's correcting me, guys. He's correcting me. And I know that's a part of the reason he gave me this big challenge to do. And I'm jumping on it like a warrior. I say, okay, God, we're going to make this happen. And I know it's all from him. It's a gift from him to help me to become my best self. And that's the way I look at everything that comes my way. The disappointments, the frustrations, everything. Even when they just drive me to run to have my appointments with God, it's a win, because here, guys, close to God is where I'm so happy and so thrilled to know that every moment of my life, I have God with me. I have him as my advisor, my friend, my strategist, my planner, my counselor, my healer. He's my healer, guys. Taking all away the sad, depressing thoughts from here and saying, Nick, what is this? You have so much good in your life. Think about positive and good things, happy things. And I'm so grateful. No, not everybody, nobody has a perfect life, but he's teaching me to be content with the way things are. Again, with the hope that tomorrow is going to be better, you know? So let's not play around with our relationship with God, guys. I want us running to him. And every moment we have him. So before you say anything, before you do anything, before you go anywhere, just pause and ask him, God, is it something you would have me to do? And then you just listen for his voice on the inside. Like when I went for those appointments, I'm like, God, where do I go to hear from you? And I'll just feel like a thought or something to say, go here, read this, do that, you know? And that's the love I've been feeling from him that I want you to experience for yourself. Get to know God. Let me tell you, he's available. He wants a relationship with us. He's on our side. He's helping us to fight challenges. Even the challenges in the battlefield of our mind, he's helping us. So don't mess around with your relationship with God. Start seeking him. Not just seeking him. Run to him. This life is crazy. But thank God. God is God. He loves us exactly where we are. And he can help us to turn any situation around. If we just give him that audience, go to him and say, God, I need you. Cry out to him. Anything you're going through, he's there. And I promise you, he will direct you one step at a time and how to get everything back on track.